Or if the bomb that drops on you gets your friends and neighbors too, there'll be nobody left behind to grieve, and we will all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know.
Hello and thank you for watching the John Doe Prepper channel. It has recently come to my attention that the channel now has 50 subscribers, so thank you all very much for that. I'm very flattered that 50 different people have found my ranting at my phone camera worthwhile enough to want to be notified whenever I post a new one of said rants. So with that being said, this little video is going to be my little 50 subscriber special where I am going to cook this venison heart from that buck that I just recently reduced to possession for dinner. So stick around for that and I will give you a little bit of a tutorial while I do so. Thanks again for 50 subscribers, guys. Alright, so I have the heart up on the cutting board here and my two weapons of choice. Please pardon the pressure canner noises in the background. We're doing several batches of canning today. But basically what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take these two knives here. I'm going to go all around and remove all this white fat from the outside of the heart. And then I'm going to cut away all of the arteries and cartilage and crap up at the top of the heart. At which point I should be able to reach in with a finger and open up each individual heart valve and rinse out any remaining blood that might still be in the heart. If you don't do that, it's going to taste irony, which is... Some people like that, you know, eat liver and all that. Some people don't, but on a heart, it apparently doesn't taste that good. All right, so there is most of the fat trimmed off, as well as all the arteries and other miscellaneous bits. You can now look straight down and see the 4 chambers of the heart. That might be a little bit of artery there I still need to remove. But from here, what I'm going to do now is butterfly the heart open, and there will be a bunch of these spider web-like tendons on the inside that I need to remove as well. So I will show you what this looks like after I have done that. Now, the heart has been butterflied open and all the tendons removed. Just as a quick aside, because it's kind of interesting, the whole notion of pulling at someone's heartstrings comes from these little tendons, because as you can see, they do look an awful lot like little strings, and they are inside the heart of just about every mammal. So, pretty much every mammal, even including you and me, has literal heartstrings. And that's where the term comes from. At least that's what I've heard. As you can see, I have now cut the heart into small little steaks like this. A lot of these were pieces that were about twice as thick, so after cutting them to about this size, I then cut them down the middle, so they're all roughly the same thickness. From here, I will lightly score both sides, kind of a crisscross pattern, and I'll just put some salt and pepper on these and just fry them in a skillet. Keep it nice and simple, but yeah, there it is. And here's all of the offal from that, all the fat, the arteries, the heartstrings, and so on. Was honestly a lot easier than I was expecting, which I was very pleasantly surprised by. Now to fry them up. Alright, I've started adding the first few heart steaks to the pan. I put about a half a tablespoon of butter in there beforehand. A little bit of salt and ground black pepper. I'm gonna do the rest of them, scoring them, adding the spices on one side, putting them in, spicing the other side. And for those of you who may be asking me at this point, John, why would you ever want to eat heart meat? Well, there's 2 reasons. The first one is it's actually very lean meat, and it's also very rich in a lot of vitamins and minerals, especially ones that are important for heart health. Because, of course, it's heart meat. That's where all those necessary nutrients for your heart go, is in the actual meat of your heart. And the second reason is because just eating the heart of your very first kill is just kind of metal. So, there you go. And here are all of the beautifully seared little heart steaks. I added a little bit of vegetable oil after my little trial run of those first 3 little steaks and fried the rest of them up. I need to add a little bit more salt and pepper on some of these, but they are all properly cooked to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit or higher to make sure that eating these will not make me puke and or crap my guts out later. But they all look really good at least, and hopefully they taste as good as they look. And I will let you know in the next little snippet of this video if that was indeed the case. Okay, so I've put the rest of the meat that I'm not going to eat right now into this Pyrex because there's quite a lot of it. Probably enough for 2 people, honestly. But obviously I can't really show my face. But so you get to experience the taste test kind of just staring at my plate. I'm going to get this little guy and see how I like it. I was honestly expecting it to be a little bit tougher, but it's not. It's fairly tender. Honestly, just kind of tastes like fried venison steak, but obviously the nutritional profile is going to be quite different. But yeah, I think it tastes pretty good. I'm quite happy with that, actually. Oop, get back here, you. Sop up more of those juices. Sorry that I couldn't record this in a bit of a more peaceful environment, but such is life when you're doing a whole bunch of stuff in the kitchen at once. But yeah, I honestly like this quite a bit. So with that being said, that is my little 50 subscribers special for you all. And thank you all once again for helping this channel reach that milestone. As minor as it may be, it's still, in my opinion, worth celebrating. And thank you all for continuing to stay subscribed, and thank you for watching the John Doe Preppa channel. I will see you in the next video. Hey guys, John here again. Just figured I'd make a quick little postscript to this video. I decided after I recorded the very end of this video that I would try a little bit of my homemade wine with this venison steak. So we are going to try that out while we are at it. Oh wow, that's really mellowed out since the last time I tried it. It's aged pretty well, and I think that will go pretty well with this heart steak, red meat with red wine. Indeed it does. Anyway, I'm going to finish the rest of this now. And thank you once again for watching my channel and for subscribing.
We will all go together when we go, all suffused with an incandescent glow. No one will have the endurance to collect on his insurance. Lloyds of London will be loaded when they go.